What if 2013? This film stars Zoe Kazan as Chantry and Daniel Radcliffe as Wallace. Um, and it's a rom-com of sorts. There's quite a lot of humour. Um, there are a few other people in it as well, so I'll list them. Uh, Megan Park plays Dahlia. Rafe Spall plays Ben, Adam Driver plays Alan, and Mackenzie Davis plays Nicole. So that amounts to three men and three women, and they're not all partnered up. There's a love triangle to start with because Daniel receives Wallace, played by Daniel Radcliffe, is he is he's been ditched by a previous partner, so he's sore. He's feeling down when he meets Chantry, who's a cousin of Alan, and he likes her, and she seems to like him, and they get on as friends. And he walks her home one after a particular meeting, and at her doorstep, she says that her boyfriend will be wondering where she is, and that's quite a funny scene because. Uh, Wallace's reaction, you can see his eyes sort of going off to the side as he's in a slight wondering, perhaps fearfulness of this boyfriend. I mean, the story is centered on him. I think it's more from his point of view than from Chantry's point of view. Going on as the main protagonist. I don't know, that's just how I observed it because a lot of how it was scripted. Might be wrong. Um, but anyway, he Wallace is happy to be friends with Chantry, um, but he gets invited to a dinner party by Chantry and meets the fearful Ben, played by Rafe Spall, and he's great. And the point is, he's chopping up food. So he's got this huge knife when he happens to um, meet Wallace. So there's there's tension from that point onwards, simply because Ben is suspicious of Wallace and thinks that he might be up to trying to steal Chantry. And of course, that is a, a significant premise of this film. It's like so many cis heteronormative romantic comedy storylines that there's this assumption that men and women cannot be friends. There's always going to be sexual tension between them. And um, Wallace is falling for Chantry, and it's possibly reciprocated as well. Chantry's falling for him at times, and there's certain um, points in the film. There's like this beach scene where they go swimming, skinny dipping, and Alan and Nicole steal their clothes, and then there's a bit of a fight. But there's this sort of like um, possible misreading or possible reading of what's going on between them, and that's always elusive in these films. I mean, that's the whole point. It's not clear what the situation is going to be. And Ben takes up a job in Dublin, in Ireland, and the film is mainly set in Toronto. So, what Ben does is offer or donates a ticket, gives a ticket to Chantry to say, it's an open ticket, travel when you want, please come and visit me. And eventually she does at some point in the film, but there's there's a lot of other things that are going on, and I mean, well, there's bonkers accidents that happen. There's this scene early on when first meets Ben, and Ben's chopping up peppers and gets and scratches his eye, and he's in a lot of pain. And given Wallace is a trainee doctor, trainee medic, he rushes off to try and get some ointment from the bathroom, and then opens the door just whilst Ben is on the other side and knocks him out of an open window. I just think, I mean, I was wincing simply because I had a back injury nearly 4 years ago, and it's definitely not good to drop the sort of height that Ben did. Oh, so this sort of implausible stuff, but humorous stuff, I did find it very funny. There's some stuff that I didn't find that funny, or I thought, ew. It's like there's this fixation on excrement, and again, there's the medical point of view since Wallace is training to be a doctor, and he talks about how much is found in post-mortems, how much excrement that is. But they mainly talk about Elvis Presley, who died in 1977, and the year before there's this story. Don't know if it was verified, but it's about a fool's gold loaf that is really, oh, awful. It's like this white loaf of bread that's scooped out. There's peanut butter and blueberry jam put inside, and bacon rashers. I mean, as a um, I don't like that from the vegetarian, pescatarian point of view, vegetarian point of view, but, um, it's, like, slathered in butter as well, and it's just like, the the 2 protagonists do like this story. They're obviously meat eaters and seem slightly obsessed by this story. And I thought, "Oh my gosh, I don't really wanna know about it." Um, fortunately, the humor does settle down after a while, into more of the standard romantic comedy elements and the palatable stuff. I mean, Chantry's on the haunt of a dilemma about whether to move with her work to Taiwan or stay in Toronto with Wallace or move out to Dublin to be with Ben. I mean, that's what she writes on a piece of paper and scrunches it up, and you know that that's going to be opened before long. You don't, if you put down your private dilemmas on a piece of paper, you'd want to um, not necessarily burn it, but put it through one of those shredders. Just make sure no one, certainly not the most important people, read it. So there's a lot of fun. I laughed quite a bit. I find it enjoyable film. I'm going to score it 8.5, 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to look up. I may have seen it originally back in 2013. Not sure. I thought I had to notify I did that, but I enjoyed it. I'd love to know what you thought. Please like if you like this review. Um, Thanks for subscribing if you do. And please hit that notification button. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye for now.